So what if getting everything you want wasn't about wishing on a star, but about having a real, concrete strategy? Today, we're going to break down Amber Scholl's entire philosophy for turning those huge, ambitious dreams into your actual reality. This isn't just about wanting something. This is an actionable playbook for getting it. Let's dive in. This quote right here, it really sets the tone for this whole method. It's unapologetic, it's about being bold, knowing exactly what you want, and absolutely refusing to feel bad for achieving it. That's the mindset we're starting with. All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to redefine what manifestation even means. Then, we'll talk about how to design your dream life with some serious detail. After that, it's all about making your move, creating your own luck, and finally, the golden rule that kind of ties it all together. First up, let's tackle the biggest misconception out there. According to this way of thinking, the whole idea of manifestation has been totally misunderstood. It's not some kind of magic, it's a very tangible method. And this slide just captures that core difference perfectly. You know, the popular idea of manifestation is super passive. Just believe hard enough and it'll show up. But this playbook says the exact opposite. Your vision board, that's just the starting line. The really crucial part is what you do the second after you've made it. This builds on that last point perfectly, because think about it, you can't take action if you don't know exactly what you're aiming for. So this section is all about getting crystal clear on your goals. I mean, down to the very last tiny detail. This is exactly what we mean by hyper-specific. It's not just saying, oh, I want a nice house. No, it's knowing the street, the layout, and even the exact model of the chandelier you plan to install. It's having the purchase link saved for the very handbag you want. That level of detail, it makes the goal feel real. And when it feels real, it feels achievable. Now, this is such a powerful way to reframe things. All that time you spend daydreaming, about what you do if you won the lottery or landed that dream job, that's not wasted time. Scholl argues it's actually a crucial planning session where you map out in insane detail exactly what you would do. And this is how you make that fantasy tangible. It becomes about practicing for the life you want to have. She talks about putting cheap jewelry inside real Tiffany boxes or using fake marble contact paper on the floor. See, it's not about fooling yourself. It's about physically rearranging your current reality to practice for your future one. Okay, so you have your hyper-specific vision. Now what? This is where the strategy gets really, really real. It's time to turn those big, kind of scary plans into small, daily, totally manageable actions. And this is just a perfect example of this method in action. When Scholl worked for Postmates and wanted a pair of $75 shoes, she didn't get overwhelmed. She just set a small, manageable milestone. Make one extra delivery each day. That consistent daily action led directly to the goal. And the same logic applies whether the goal is a pair of shoes or a dream house. But it's not just about the small steps. There's also a time for big, bold moves. The idea here is simple. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. She tells this great story about seeing a fireplace she loved in an apartment she wasn't even buying, and then boldly asking the new owner if they'd be willing to sell it to her. You just have to be brave enough to ask for what you want. Okay, so what about luck? Is it just some random force that hits some people and not others? Well, not according to this playbook. The next big idea is that you can actively manufacture your own luck. Here, luck gets a whole new definition. It's not some mystical thing, it's a formula. Luck is simply what happens when your constant preparation crashes right into a random opportunity. You control the preparation part, which means you dramatically increase your chances of getting lucky. And this quote just drives that whole point home. Scholl tells the story of sitting next to the head of Shopify at a dinner completely by chance. That was the opportunity. But having a pitch ready to go right there in her pocket, that was the preparation. She got lucky because she made sure of it. It is so crucial to remember this. When we look at someone who seems lucky, we are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. We're seeing their successes, their home runs. We don't see the hundreds, maybe even thousands of attempts under the surface that didn't work out. And really, this is what it all comes down to, just relentless persistence. It's about being the person who is willing to try 10,000 times and fail, and then get up and try one more time. Because that 10,000 and first attempt, that could be the one that changes everything. And finally, let's cover the golden rule. This is the underlying philosophy that really sustains this entire method. This goes beyond just strategy. It's about how you operate in the world every single day. The core philosophy is actually pretty simple. Your relationships and your reputation are everything. When you treat everyone, from the barista to the billionaire, with the same kindness and respect, you build this network of people who are genuinely rooting for you to win. And underneath it all, your why, your core motivation for everything, it has to be authentic. It has to come from the heart. And a final piece of this philosophy is about faith. Sometimes a no isn't a failure, it's just a redirection. Having faith that a closed door is actually guiding you towards something even better is so essential for long-term resilience. So that's the playbook. It reframes our fantasies as plans and luck as a product of our own preparation. Which really just leaves us with this one question to think about. If your biggest, wildest, most unrealistic fantasy is actually just a future plan, what's your very first tangible step?